There's some very crazy and cool skills out there in German wheel, but everyone has to start somewhere. And if you're a beginner, then this could be 5 easy moves that you learn first. First thing is that you kind of have to get used to the wheel, so you can step into the wheel and onto the rims and then start walking. Walking on the rim is like the very first basic move, and I would always say don't hold on in the beginning, because especially as beginners you tend to hold on and then don't move the hands, and then the hands drag you down and then you fall. So start just by moving without the hands. When you feel more comfortable, you can do stuff like that. You can then use the hands to just drag along the upper rim, but don't hold on. And once you feel even more comfortable with that, you can hold on, do bigger steps, and move in and with the wheel. Also things like walking on one rim or the other are options. The second move is a little bit the progression of walking, and that includes the boards and also all of the bars. So you can start from the rims, maybe with holding on, and then you progress to walk on the bars. Here it also makes sense to use the hands more as a balance, but not to really hold on tight. They just help with balance. Once you have a bit of feeling in the wheel with walking, you can start move 3, which is hopping, and it's quite fun once you master it. And that involves that you grab and then you kind of lift the feet to the front and hop. You can start this by doing really like very tiny hops. So just moving the feet a little bit, see what the wheel does, let go of the wheel, grab again, tiny hop, let go, tiny hop. And once you get a little bit more brave and comfortable, you can do bigger hops. And of course, the higher you hop, the more weight you will transfer into the wheel and the faster it will be. But don't progress too fast, because you can stumble quite easy if the wheel gets too fast. And all of that you can practice quite easily also by yourself. Then it's time for move number 4, and that's correct rocking back and forth. So for this, you start on the boards and you just start a little bit like as if this would be like a surfboard, that always one knee is pushing and one knee is bent, one knee is straight. You start without hands, because again, holding on, especially for beginners, makes for more mistakes than anything else. So just start without hands, you rock back and forth, and then you try it facing the front. You will usually also have a better leg and a worse leg. It's similar to gymnastics or skateboarding. You have like a preferred side. So here you can also find out which side is your preferred side. This, for example, is my bad side. I usually have my left foot in front. Then you start using the hands. Is first you take them just on the side and you move your upper body a little bit with the wheel. You can already look here on the bars, and then you grab them. One arm always goes out, one arm grabs. If you don't let go, it doesn't really work. So really start without the hands so that the legs do the work and the hand is more like supporting for balance. And when you're facing like this, you start again, rocking back and forth, and you can only do this to like a certain height without using the hands. So here, the next step would be in the front to grab and let go of the wheel every time it comes towards you. Once you feel safe with that, you also try to reach behind you, but here it's actually harder to reach the wheel. Many beginners will do something like this. Don't do that. Stay upright, and if you don't reach it, don't panic. Okay, I didn't reach it. Don't try too hard. You will see that if the wheel goes higher, then actually it's easier to reach the wheel in the back. And once you get more comfortable, you can go a bit higher in your rocking. And that brings us to move number 5, which is your first side rotation. Many people do that in their very first wheel gymnastics lesson as well. That means you go into the bindings, up on your foot, you pull the toes up, sideways and down. You do that with both feet. Both feet show outwards. The biggest beginner mistake is that instinctively you're pulling the toes up because you don't want to fall. But actually, the way that we create pressure on the binding is by going like on the tippy toes to push the feet down. And then you start with the rocking. that you can already do. So exactly like you practiced before, you just do the rocking, no arms. Then you progress to the rocking with arms. If you have a coach, this would be a good moment to spot the feet. And then from here, you don't let go this time, and you do your very first side rotation. After one rotation, you go back into this, and side rotation. The last important thing here is that if you do the side rotation, you always look to the front, so don't look towards the floor. You want to stay kind of nice and tight, and the arms are pulling. If I go this way, the first arm that's pulling is my right, and overhead I switch it to my left. I will show it once. We get to the speed. Here I pull, and overhead I switch to my other arm. That's 5 easy beginner moves that you could learn in your very first wheel gym lesson.